the DoubleTree Hilton Hotel later this afternoon. Joining us right now with a look at what the program will be like tonight. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Can I first ask, you've got to, in your line of work, probably meet a lot of skeptics.
Yes.
How do you overcome that? I mean, because you probably get it a lot, right?
I gotta be honest with you, I love skeptics. Skeptics are always welcome. And more importantly, I love going to these live events because of the fact that sometimes it's the skeptics that walk in with their wives who really want to go, and it's a husband who really just doesn't want to be there, who the wife doesn't get a message, but the husband does, and he walks away, you know, with his life forever changed. Because it's the skeptics who aren't sure what to believe. They don't know if this is real. They don't believe in communicating with the other side. But then when they hear from a loved one that had passed, it can completely change their life.
Yeah. And so you are a psychic medium.
Absolutely.
What is the difference in between, for those who don't know, between a psychic medium, for example?
So a psychic is somebody who predicts the future, and a medium is somebody who not only can predict the future, but also can connect with loved ones that have passed on. So that's my job, is that really what I do, it's all about communication. It's about putting people here in the physical world back in touch with their loved ones on the other side. Because usually when someone passes, you don't get to say goodbye. There's a lot of grief. We're left with the should've, could've, would've. You know, could I have done more? Sometimes there's even questions. What did they pass from? Was it an accident? Was it suicide? Did they mean to do this? You know, or sometimes people are just found. So that's where I come in. A lot of times I work with family members and I work with people to put them back in touch with their loved ones to get the answers that they're looking for.
And you have been doing this almost all your life.
Absolutely. It started, you know, this really found me. It started when I was 3 years old. I was literally the little boy from The Sixth Sense. I was hearing and seeing those on the other side. My grandmother was a medium who passed the gift on to my mom and then to me. Never did it professionally. My family never did it professionally. I was always drawn to help people just on, you know, the physical level. I started my journey as an EMT. I worked for the World Trade Center in Boston. And then from there, I went to a medium myself. It completely changed my life because it showed me it wasn't something to be afraid of. I could use this to help others.
So when you do a reading, what does it sound like to you? Or do you get like messages, or do you get energy, or what kind of draws you to a certain person, and then you're able to kind of begin picking up messages, so to speak?
So it's crazy because no matter where I go, like even though it's quiet in the room, there's a million different voices that are always talking to me.
Does that get annoying?
It does, but you know what? When I'm bored, this is who I talk to, right? So
you're never alone.
I'm never alone. And the thing is that, especially when I go into a live event, it's crazy because of the fact that, you know, I'll see souls standing behind people in the audience. So I'll just walk up to somebody and be like, you know, your dad passed, this is what he said. Or, you know, you lost a child, this is who's coming through. And it's amazing because they literally pull me to different areas of the room. And what I love is that it's really a group experience. You know, 1 minute I'll be talking in one corner of the room to a woman who lost her mother, and then the next to a father who lost his son. So it's really incredible because I like to think of it as a family reunion with the other side. And like even when I was coming here, before we even got on air, you know, I was telling you some of the things that I heard in studio. It's crazy because they just never leave. There's always souls present.
They don't. So the show today is sold out, but you're coming back next year. So give people an idea of how it works. Because you have such an audience. Everyone wants a reading. Everyone wants a little bit of personal attention. You said you're able to reach a lot of people.
So it's a 2-hour event, and I try my hardest to get to as many people as I possibly can. And literally, it's that 2 hours of reading person after person after person after person. And I get to a lot of people.
You must be exhausted.
Yeah.
I am. At the end of these events, you'll see me with the ice pack on my head and, you know, not wanting to talk to anybody. But the nice part is that, you know, I love what I do. I love doing this work. It's all about healing, validation, comfort. You know, letting people know that we're not alone. Our loved ones are with us every single day. They never leave us.
Very interesting stuff.
It is interesting. You also have a book.
It's called The Secrets to Unlocking Your Psychic Ability, because we're all psychic in a way. There's always a way that we can use to connect with our loved ones on the other side. We sense them, we feel them. Some of us receive signs. Some of us just feel our loved ones. And one of the things that you got to remember is that the way that you're looking to get back in touch with your loved ones, they're also learning to get in touch with you. It's just all about how we can strengthen our own ability to recognize the ways they reach out to us.
Interesting stuff. And like we mentioned again, you're sold out today. If people want to get more information about just contacting you, or maybe want to read the book, how can they do that?
So the best thing is that you don't have to be dead to find me. I am online. I'm on Facebook, Instagram. You can find me on MeetMattFraser.com. These events sell out very quickly because they're only kept to a limited size, to about 350 people. So that being said, I will be back on May 19th, and I hope to see everybody there.
Well, come back and visit us then.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
anytime. You're welcome anytime. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate